It's like old home week here. There isn't anybody I don't know, I don't think. So that's wonderful. I just wanted to share with you some stories of the remembrances of our society and our hospice house over the last 30 years and 6 years respectively. We started our association in 1985 with a group of professionals and members of the public getting together to form an association so that we could have trained, insured volunteers. And there's Bob.
Sorry, Corley's on her way. We were with the Minister of Transportation and it went over.
Okay, so you'll have
be
to
here
listen,
shortly.
You'll have to listen to my story before
Absolutely.
Laurie McRae. Now where's Laurie? Over here. Laurie McRae, Nee Lawler, Nee Labordi. She's Maudie Labordi's daughter. Anybody knows Maudie Labordi?
Yeah.
Or knew Maudie Labordi? She and Dr. Barber were the catalyst to get things going in Quesnel. Laurie had seen what palliative care could do in Victoria, was it? And so she asked Dr. Barber, and he approached, and I believe it was Kay Green. Where's Kay Green? There she is. That was there at the time as the director of nursing. It might have been Kay or it might have been Sue Graff. We're not quite sure, but we were all involved. And I remember, the only reason I remember that is that Kay and I went up to some education thing in Prince George, and she had trouble with her contact lens. That's all I remember. About what we were educated about. It was a great time that we were all learning. Laurie and Dr. Barber wanted a nurse in the hospital that would be the instigator for the hospital setting. Laurie worked in home care, and so that's how I got involved. We and the community and the association have over the years raised money for special pain pumps. I think that was the first thing that we ever got, with these pumps that could deliver pain under the skin instead of if someone couldn't swallow anymore. You got pain pumps. Cushions, roll cushions that cost an arm and a leg, seemed to me, but they were very good. Special beds, and then we got to educating volunteers, training them, caregivers and the public as to what it means to be dying and what it takes. Community what it means to be dying, and that it takes a community to be with that person as they travel the last road here on earth. We're also pleased to say that we offer a grief recovery program for those who have lost a loved one, whether it's by sudden death or anticipated. We still offer spiritual support for those of you who might not have a church affiliation or just want to talk to someone about that aspect of their life. Around the 10-year mark, we saw the need for a special place. We were trying to do it in the acute care hospital, but there's a lot of things that go on in that acute care hospital, and having that peaceful, quiet time for people who are dying just is very hard to offer, and it's still hard to offer today. So we wanted an area of excellence that would help other areas of the healthcare field to hone up on their skills in caring for the dying and the bereaved. We saw the unit as a place where people could come and spend their last days, or they could have pain and symptom control managed and be able to go home again. We now have a state-of-the-art unit that is given and continues to give excellent care, thanks to the knowledgeable staff who work there and the protocols that are in place. We are partnering, our association is partnering with Northern Health to offer what is not being given in the healthcare system, just like Debbie said. We also are advocating that this service be included in our universal health care all across Canada. And we won't give up on that. We've come a long way, and we look forward to another 30 years of working with Northern Health to provide quality palliative care to the people of Quesnel. I have a couple of stories to tell you to help you see why you have been supporting us all these years, or have just come on board. My one special memory, and I have trouble saying this, telling the story without getting teared up, so bear with me. We had a disheveled old man who was admitted to hospital with a drawn, blank look on his face. Just about that time, Healthcare Canada had just put out a booklet on pain management, and with faces depicting the people with acute pain and also those with chronic pain. This man showed the face of chronic pain. It was like an aha moment for me, like, that's Mike. I'll call him Mike so that he has privacy, but that was Mike. So I was able to take that book, show it to the doctor. He recognized that as well, and we got the patient's pain control. It was a great feeling. But we also got him involved with a volunteer. And this volunteer, she really stayed beside him and helped him through his year of palliative care. And she found out that he had an estranged son who lived in Edmonton. And somehow or other, that son, she got a hold of that son, and he was able to get some money to buy him a ticket on a bus so they could come up to Quesnel, and that he and Mike could actually make amends for what they hadn't had over the years that were in between. So our Mike got a healthy death, as far as I'm concerned, with physical pain control and emotional and spiritual pain as well. And that's what we as an association, I think, deliver most of all, is that other part of the system that just can't be offered with the busy wards that we have. So that was just a tremendous work of a volunteer who took her time out of her busy life to help this man who was dying. As for the activities, we have a lot of fun things that we did for public awareness and fundraising. One of them, we raffled a 4x4. That was our first big fundraiser for the association, for the unit. And what better place to sell tickets than in front of the liquor store? People feel really good when they step out of the liquor store with their booze, and they are really happy to buy tickets. So, but we happened to sell one ticket to a fellow who was from Scotland. Oh yeah, sure, you can buy it. He wouldn't buy it. He wouldn't get the ticket drawn. Well, wouldn't you believe it? He got his ticket drawn. So we had to figure out how to sell the RAV and send them the money. We also had BBC London, England, had a Voices for Hospice program where all the people all over the world sang the Hallelujah chorus at 8 o'clock on a certain night. And we struck up a choir and made joyful singing with that chorus for quite a few years. The Cushman Ride was also another fundraiser, and that was great fun, riding horses through the mountains behind Barkerville, and actually riding your horses through Barkerville. Like, I'm not really a horse person, Lori is, but I mean, I rode bareback when I was a kid. Nothing like what we had to ride there, but you felt like maybe you were just a little bit of a prospector when you rode down that street at Barkerville. It was great.
Carol, we won't talk about the Advil you took later.
Well, in fact, I even got an Advil sponsor. Canadian Advil company sponsored me because I took 2 Advil before, 2 Advil 2 hours into, and 2 Advil 2 hours after. Our first artisan auction was held in the West Fraser Room at the Rec Center. And we had hors d'oeuvres and booze. We thought if we had enough booze, people would buy. Well, we actually did not so badly at that first artisan auction, and I got a wonderful chair, a willow chair, that sat in my garden for many years. we had a special family that took over the decorations, and wow, it was just a thrill to be able to go into that room at the senior center and see how the decorations would be different every year, and so elaborate and so great. That was our law family. The Hike for Hospice was initiated in the north with Quesnel and another community in the north that started the Hike for Hospice that we have done for many years. And I remember Sandy and I, Sandy's been around for a while too. It was always cold and windy and wet in May. So I thought, okay, I'll just go into our camper and fry up onions. And I'm standing there frying onions, tears running down my cheeks, but I was warm. And then Sandy came in and said, "Here, Carol, I'll relieve you." And I thought, oh, no, I really don't really want to go outside. So this year we're having it in August so that we can be warm, and even if it's raining, it'll be a warm rain. So I encourage you all to do what you can to be a part of that as well. Also, my story for the hospice unit, because I'm kind of not quite so involved when the hospice unit was open, is that of making cookies in the kitchen with Judy Monage. Where's Judy? Oh yeah, Judy made the best buns. I don't know how she made them. She made them in an hour and a half, and we had to sample them in case the patients didn't think they were good enough. And they were good enough, so that was a good day. So I guess what I'd like to do is to say thank you for all those people that I've mentioned, and many, many, many more that I haven't even, I've thought of you guys, but to tell all your stories, it would take a lot more time than what I have. But I really think that it's the group effort that makes things happen, and it's really good that we have husbands and wives that take over and do something for us. My husband was here helping me put up the signs today. To all of this, I say thank you, everyone, for doing what you've done, and we look forward to working with you in the next 30 years.